this was all circulating around the base that a giant had been killed, but no one was supposed to talk about it.
I saw 3 long, bony fingers reach up underneath the door, curl up to grab it, and then disappear.
When he came over to me, dude, he slithered over to me.
And this giant comes out of the cave and they're all frozen. And he starts running and firing at this giant. Well, the giant moves. He's got a spear in one hand and he's running really fast and spears Dan and holds him up like this. Somebody yells, shoot him in the face, shoot him in the face. They basically decapitate him.
Got closer. When he got about 15 yards away from me, I raised that 12 gauge and I blowed his head off.
I feel something pulling at my leg, and I look over and there are 2 small gray entities pulling at me. And they're literally, I'm getting pulled off the bed.
I reached my hand into this bush and I touched air. Couldn't breathe and I couldn't move because I know I'm seeing a monster.
Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I'm working this right. I am testing a live thing here, StreamYard. I've been trying to think about how I can do live streams and hang out with you guys on YouTube. And up to this point, I've used a program called OBS, and it is a pain in the butt. It's not BS, but it is a pain in the butt. And so I thought about trying this online service that I heard about called StreamYard, and it's pretty plug and play, seamless. And I figured let's give it a shot and see what happens with, testing it out. I mean, I figured the best thing to do to test it out would be to go live and have some fun. So we're going to do that and see what happens here. If you guys enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If you guys like what we're doing here on the Confessionals on the YouTube channel, give us that thumbs up, share it with your friends, comment in this comment sections. Apparently, when you comment in the comment sections, it helps the algorithm. And oh, no volume. Deborah says she has volume. Do you guys have volume? Let me know in the comments there. Okay, it looks like Deborah's got volume now. Cool. So if you don't have volume, then unmute your phone. So there you go. But I figured let's try it, give it a shot. If you guys like the whole YouTube thing and me doing live stuff, then we'll try to do that more. I figured why not come on and do a live AMA Ask Me Anything. I think I can invite you guys to actually hop on video with me too through this thing, which is kind of cool. So we'll try that. Actually, let me do that now. I'm gonna copy this link. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Boom. Wait, there we go. And can I pin this in here? Nope, I cannot. Okay, so that's the link. You guys can, check it out if you want. It doesn't mean I'm going to bring you on right away when you hop on, though. Your head is much shinier live. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, I could turn the lights off and try to hide it, but it is what it is. Bald. If I grew my hair out on the sides, that's what it would be. If I grew my hair out, it'd be, on the sides. The top is real thin, so we just go with the bald look, and that's what it is. It's the logo now, so I can't change it. So yeah, people have suggested that I go and get hair therapy, and I can grow my hair back, and I'm just like, I can't. I had to change my logo. Okay, so it is what it is. But let me test some of this stuff out here. Let's see here. Man Freddy, what's up? Jen, what's up? Man Freddy, Skater, what's going on? Laura Stevens, what's up? Thomas, what's going on? How you guys doing? Hopping in here in the chat. Appreciate you. Ronald Brandenberger, I know who you are. I won't say it publicly, but what is up, Ronald Brandenberger, man? Yeah, buddy, you need to shoot me a text and give me some updates, my friend, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Chris Stewart, what's up? Deborah W, what's up? Trey McAllister, what's going on? Chance Honeycutt, What's going on? What's going on? John Hogue, Hugh, I don't know. John, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, I hope you guys are doing well on this Monday, and just chilling. So we dropped our first Legion of Legends episode, and I wasn't sure how the response would be to it, but from what I've seen, the response was overwhelmingly positive. My video is freezing and stuff. That's a freaking camera, I think. Let me know when you guys see my video freeze. Does my audio freeze as well, or does the audio keep going? The audio should keep going because it should just be a camera issue. I still using that stupid 4K camera I bought for web services, and it's not working very well. So I might have to hook up another camera or something like that. But yeah, did you guys enjoy that video that I put out yesterday at noon, where I walked around the abandoned industrial park and explored that? I didn't want to go into any buildings by myself. A lot of people were commenting saying that I shouldn't go back by myself. And, I honestly didn't even think that would be an issue. I didn't think anybody would be in there. And turns out there were people in there. And, I had two different cameras on me, a bunch of lighting, batteries, memory cards, just, lenses and all that stuff. So I was thinking, I do not want to be meeting any new friends when I'm in here. So let's see here. Did you go look in the closet, Trey? Sounded like a lot of people never know who. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Trey. I mean, you don't know who these people are. I did see them. You obviously, I didn't catch them on camera because I was filming my face when it happened, but they actually drove right by me on dirt bikes, and I just was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna go wave them down and say, hey guys, my name's Tony Merkel and I'm a podcaster trying to do some filming too. Can we hang out? They're like, yeah, give us your camera and we'll take you into one of these buildings. So yeah, John says, I want more of it. You should take your brother next time, film you and for protection. Yeah, I'm gonna be definitely. Jack is my sidekick for these endeavors, and I just didn't take him because it was a last minute thing. I literally was here at home, and we were supposed to go to the prisoner of war camp and stay the night there, and our plans fell through because the day before he stepped on a nail, started getting an infection in his foot, and so he couldn't go. And so the following week, I'm just like, yo, I want to freaking do something. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting around, and so I heard about this industrial park. And I just told Lindsay, I'm just going. And so I just packed up my bag and went. And that's why I forgot my side piece because, I was getting my camera bag together and I'm just like, okay, I got everything, my wallet, I got it all and stuff. Totally forgot to bring the iron. So, and I didn't realize until after those guys went by, I was like, wait a second, something's missing, So, it is what it is. But next time, obviously, the iron will be brought, the ratchet will be brought, and Jack will have his. And Jack will usually be with me on these trips. And even my sister's boyfriend said he'd come with, and he's a cool dude. So I'm fine with that. Keeping the family involved in the endeavors. But it was definitely a journey. And if you haven't had a chance to watch that video, check it out. I called it, I don't remember what I called it. Exploring an abandoned industrial park is what I think I called it. But if you want, we can play a trailer and you can see the trailer and let me know what you think. So let's do it. Check this out. Hearing cars. Makes me feel like somebody's coming behind me. Oh shoot. and that's the trailer, and I just realized that that trailer is gonna get this video demonetized. It is what it is. I had to actually remake the trailer because, they had issues with the audio I used, so that trailer, you'll see the same pretty much the same trailer on the actual video, but, the video will have different audio, and that's because YouTube. It is what it is, but not a big deal because this is just a test live stream and see what happens here. Um, I'd be more worried about snakes and all that tall grass than ghosts. Yeah, there I wasn't ghost hunting, Deborah. That was an urban exploration, checking out old abandoned buildings, and you never know what you're gonna find. Obviously, bikers and stuff. You never know if you're gonna find squatters and things like that. But it wasn't like a ghost hunt. But in that area, you don't really got to worry a whole lot about deadly snakes. Definitely tons of gardener snakes. I'm sure everybody yells at me for saying it wrong. Listen, I understand it's garter, but I don't like saying it that way. Okay, I like saying gardener. I know it's the wrong one, but it is what it is. I don't like snakes, so I'll call them the wrong name if I want to. But I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun trip, and we just went out exploring. Me by myself, I should say. Me and you guys, I guess. But it was interesting for sure. And so we'll be doing more of those kind of things. Legion of Legends is going to be, urban exploration, treasure hunting, and obviously ghost hunting, monster hunting, things like that. Obviously, we're going to Kentucky the first week of August, or not August, October, and we're going to be going down there for an entire week. We're going to be, you know, spending time in the Daniel Boone National Forest. I think it's a national forest, maybe it's a state forest, but we're going to be spending time in the Daniel Boone where Kyle's Dogman encounter actually happened, and see if we can, draw this sucker out and get him on video. And then we're also going to hopefully head on over to the other side of the state to the LBL, spend a night or two there. And if we have time, I'd like to hit Waverly and check that out. I think I talked to Trey McAllister. We have an interview. Him and I did an interview, and I think he's the one who told me that he was there and he had experiences there. Everybody I talked to about Waverly, they're like, it's legit haunted. I'm just like, we'll see about that. I'll be the judge of that. So, but I'm just trying to cram as much as I can into that week that we're down there. And there's also a what I've been calling a top secret mission that I would like to get on if I'm going to be in that area. There's a person I need to visit that's in the Daniel Boone area that I need to work on with something, and I'm not even sure if it's going to be content. I actually think it might be something I pass on to Project Veritas because they got the lawyers that I don't, and this story is a little bit, I think, big for me to handle, and so I got to meet with this person and talk with them one on one about what they want to do with their life story and what happened with them, and if they're willing to. I've already talked to Project Veritas about it, and they said they'd be willing to talk to this person if they're willing to talk to them. And so I got to meet with him and see what's up. But yeah, it's a little bit out of my league, I think. And I was planning on doing it myself, but the more time went on, the more time I've had to think about it, which I've had to think about it since like 2005. But ever since I've been podcasting, I've been thinking about this, and I just think it might be best if I just pass it on to somebody else because it may not be worth it in the end. So it is what it is. What do you guys got for me? Any questions? Shoot me questions in the comments here, and I will do my best to answer them. I will show your comment on the screen. And let's see here. Let me try this. Jen says, Waverly is good. Not as crazy as people say, but yeah. So Jen thinks that Waverly is good, but not great. Trey, Waverly now does tours. So instead of a handful of people, it's going to be 40 to 50 people. Well, I would never do that. Like the only way I'd do Waverly is if they, give me access to, private access. If they're not willing to do that, then I'm not doing it because the whole reason for me going there is to create good content, and I can't do that with 40 to 50 people running around me, ruining audio, taking up shots, things like that, You can rent it. Trey also says you could rent it out yourself. Awesome. I will be looking into that. Uh, it is what it is, but hopefully it's not too expensive. But I definitely would be. That's something I'd be open to doing. Um, Trey, do you know how expensive it is roughly? Uh, Admira, says, "Is your door still opening?" My door has not opened since I posted the video talking about it, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what's going on with that. I plan on, you know, keeping an eye on it, having the camera on it, and all that stuff, but it's not something that was ever consistent. I mean, I'd say in the last 6 months or so, it happened 3 times, twice within the last couple weeks. And then the first time it happened that we're assuming was, again, nefarious of some sort, was when I came up at like 2 o'clock in the morning from the studio and it was wide open. I just assumed Lindsay didn't close it. So we'll see what happens with that. But if anything happens with the door, I mean, I would definitely be letting you guys know. Let's see here. Deborah says $20. Oh, for Waverly. Okay, cool. Cool. Wait a second. What does Trey say here? He's been there. No, I remember we paid $75 a piece, but also years ago, and there were 6 to 8 of us. Okay, so I mean, so $75 a piece. I'm assuming you guys split up 3 ways, so 6 to 8 of yous. So it's a little pricey, but it's not like it's not doable. Uh, so yeah, cool. Truman Williams. Tony, how old are you? I'm 35 right now, turning 36 in October. October 23rd, turning 36. Interestingly enough, I've started connecting the dots this year. I met my wife and started dating her when we were 18. So literally half my life has been with my wife, which is crazy to think about. I don't know if you guys can hear that banging, but that's the kid upstairs thudding around. Yeah, I mean, half my life with one lady, and wouldn't trade it for the world. It's crazy. Time flies by. I mean, we were married for 10 years, 10 years plus before we started having kids. We've been married for 14 years, but yeah, 36 years old, married for 14 years, been with my wife for half of my life. There it is, man. There it is. Let's see here. You should visit Brian, the guy who killed Bigfoot. I would definitely do that, actually. I definitely would do that. That's a good thought. That's a definitely good thought. Actually, I should write that down. Let me write that down. Bigfoot, Brian, visit. Now, he's not the most friendly person, and so I'm not so sure how friendly he'll be with me after all these years, but we can try. I'll reach out to him and see what happens. If you mention your podcast and stuff, they'll more than likely give you a discount as long as it's not around Halloween. Well, first week of October is Halloween at time, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. If you call Waverly and tell them what you're doing, they will give you access. Cool, cool, cool. Deborah knows what's going on, I guess. Deborah knows what's going on. You should visit Brian. I already covered that one. What's up, Bama? What's up, Bama? Let's see here. Did you get a hold of people? Did you get a hold of people when need to talk about their experience and are very uncomfortable with going on the air? Not sure. Do you need to get a hold of people? Do you get a hold of people? I'm reading it wrong. Do you get a hold of people when they need to talk about their experiences? Oh yeah, I mean, I'll talk to people if they're not comfortable with going on air, but it's not like that's one thing that I think there's maybe a disconnect with some people. I'll get emails from people that are like, I had these experiences. I don't want to talk about it on the show, but give me a call. And I'm just like, it's not that easy. I mean, like I have literally, where's my phone? There it is. Let me just show you guys this. And, just to give you, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but, all those blue dashes are interviews, and that's just for August. That's September, October, November, December. I don't know if you can hear my son. January, February, March. So, like I have a ton of interviews that I have to do, and it's there's a lot of other things that I'm doing outside of recording to keep everything moving. I mean, it's the bigger a show gets, the more the work that it requires to keep the ship afloat. You bring on more things, things cost a lot more money. Like the app that I have for the members episodes is a significant monthly bill, and it's one of those things where you weigh out the cost versus the benefit, and hopefully things work out. And so yeah, but anyways, I bring all that to say there's a lot of things that I'm doing. So when people just say, just give me a call, I'm like, uh, I have to schedule these things. I can't just give people calls. It's not that simple, especially as a family guy who has a family too. Like if I'm doing interviews, I'm doing productions, I'm doing video work, I'm traveling for video, I'm doing video editing, connecting with people, all that stuff, emails, and then on top of that, have my family, spending time with the kids. That's quality, and then it's hard to just fit calls in. Um, even people who have my number, like they know. I mean, like people that listen to the show and stuff, they'll shoot me a text, and sometimes I won't get back to them for a couple of days just because I get a lot of text messages, and it gets a lot. I mean, I turned off my email notification on my phone just for that reason because I was like, I gotta have some separation because if I have no quit, so like I just keep working. My hardest thing is stopping, having a stop time, and so if I have my emails coming to my phone all the time, I'll just be working all the time. And so it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Let's see here. I don't know if you can hear my son, but that's so funny. He's going crazy right now. Have you heard any more Skinwalker stories? Oh yeah, Skinwalker stories are, they pop up here and there and stuff. I probably have some Skinwalker stories that haven't even been broadcast yet. Um, yeah, that's a fairly common, not common, but I don't even know I don't know what the word is for it, but it's doable. um, let's see here. Tony, I'm disappointed you didn't have your gun with you the other day. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I was actually a bit nervous, but thought to myself, he uploaded the video, so he made it out okay. Exactly. Way to think ahead, Dusty. Yeah, I mean, you were disappointed. I was disappointed in me. Like, I never, like, I could go down just to the, corner store to just down the road, and it's like keys, wallet. Now I'm blanking keys, wallet, phone, gun. I mean, it's just something that I always do. And the only thing I can say is that I was it was a last minute thing. I was not planning on going. It was like literally I was upstairs in the bedroom and I was just I forget what I was doing, but I remember I was sitting on the ottoman at the bottom of my bed and I think I was putting my shoes on actually. And I was just like, I'm getting so sick and tired of putting these trips off because Jack can't make or whatever. I'm just gonna go. And I literally within like 20 minutes was in my truck getting ready to leave. And I think just getting my camera gear together, and I think that's what messed me up because I usually don't leave my house with camera gear, and so I felt like I had everything, but I added one and subtracted one at the same time. So that was a an oopsie on my end. That was an oopsie on my end. Let's see here. Do you still have time to drive truck? I do not. Back in February, I quit driving truck. I don't really talk about it publicly unless somebody asks about it. But it's one of those things where I could have kept driving truck for the rest of my life because I love driving truck. Obviously, I mean it's like in my blood. But my schedule was this. I was working. I'd start work at 9:30 in the morning. I'd wake up at 8:30 in the morning on a Monday, being at work by 9:30, work till whenever I get home, and then I'd get home. Say I get home around 7, 8 o'clock at night, kiss the family, see the kids off to bed, and then I go down here and I work till about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I would get up. I would go to bed, get up at 8:30, do the whole thing over again. That was every day of the week. And then on Saturdays is when I did all my interviews. So I would start my interviews around noon, and I wouldn't be done till about 8 o'clock at night. And then on Sundays, Sunday morning was church, and Sunday afternoon into evening was interviewing with Hammerlane Legends with my dad. So we started at interviews around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So my dad and I are getting ready around 2, and we weren't done till about 8. So there was no time for my family, and I didn't even realize it until my son made me realize it. It was literally in February. It was a Monday morning. I came downstairs to get my coffee and get ready for work. And my son came running over to me as I was going back upstairs, and he said, "Daddy, where are you going?" And he's hanging on the stair rail. And I said, "I got to go to work, buddy. I got to drive my truck today." And he turned around real slow, walked out to the kitchen crying, and basically saying that I didn't want to spend time with him. And that was a big wake up call for me. And I went to work that day. I cried like 3 times. And I started thinking about it. I started praying about it. And that Friday, I made my decision. I wrote my resignation letter, handed it in on that Monday, gave him 2 weeks. And I just took a leap of faith that I could hopefully support my family. And it's not perfect, but we're doing okay. We're making it. And, bottom line is I had to give up something. It was either content creating or truck driving. I couldn't keep doing both and be an available father. And I figured if this doesn't work out, I can always go back to driving truck. Have my CDL. It's going to be waiting for me anytime. And the other way was not possible. If I gave this up and kept driving truck, and I let the audience, fizz away and, go bye-bye, then to try starting to build this up again. I mean, sure, there'd be a lot of people that would return if I started it again, but I would lose a ton of momentum with what I was doing. So I said, all right, let's take a chance and see what happens. So it's just we've worked with financial advisors since then, and they've helped us really kind of make sure that we are organized with our finances, and everything's budgeted to the penny. But as long as we do that, and I'm willing to cut back my lifestyle if I have to, sell the house, get an apartment. Hopefully not an apartment though, because that would be a nightmare trying to record with neighbors on the other side of the wall. But yeah, there's that question. Usually I don't answer those publicly, but there you go. Truth is, right? Let's see here. Who else got some questions? Let's see here. Ma'am Freddie says, "Bro, I take my gun to work with me." That's a personal decision. I will not tell anybody what to do, but if you feel like you need to do such things, then you do such things. Let's see here. Good evening, Tony. Chris Stewart, have you heard any more from Charlie? Excuse me. Always. Me and Charlie are in communication a lot, and he and I talk all the time. And I wouldn't say all the time, but fairly often, usually like at least once a month. We've ever since the first interview, we've been in contact. He's helped me with tracking down people that nobody else can find, and he's a very handy person to be connected with. But yeah, me and Charlie talk a lot, and he actually was even talking about possibly doing a live Q&A for members and stuff at some point. I don't know when, but he brought it up and said he'd be interested in doing that. So, fun if we can pull it off. But the hard thing I think is, well, it's not hard, but I don't think he's going to want to be on camera. So it'll have to be like audio, a live audio stream kind of thing, because I doubt he's going to want to be on camera. But I'll be on camera. You can see my ugly mug and my shiny head. Let's see here. How does it feel to have one of the best PC setups in Pennsylvania? Well, I'm not exactly sure what PC setups means, but I run with Mac. It's not PC. And it's not the best. The computer I'm running with, I bought it in 2013, and last week I was thinking I might actually have to buy a new one, because I was sitting here getting ready to hit record to do an interview, and it just wasn't working. The computer wasn't working. I had to disconnect with the lady, and totally turn off my computer, turn it back on, reboot everything, and it started working. I was like, "Eey, that's not a good sign at all." And I've been trying to put it off and put it off. I've been putting it off for years. I mean, this computer died on me, what, 2, 3 years ago. I probably talked about it on the podcast, and I was running with a laptop, not this one, an old laptop that I rebuilt as well. And so I was working with that for probably a month or two until I was able to actually rebuild this one. I took the front off and took the hard drive out, put an SSD in, upgraded the RAM, and put it all back together. And it's been running good. But it's like, let's put it this way: when Apple sends out their updates, where you have the new operating system updates and everything, this won't update anymore. It's tapped out, so it does not have the latest operating system. And it's a way of saying, hey, I'm getting a little old, bud. And I'm just like, well, you also cost a lot of money new, so we'll keep waiting. Well, for now at least. Love the Maynard says, love the urban exploration, but definitely take a gun. Some of that graffiti looks like gang tags. Plus, who knows who's living there? Keep up the awesome work. Thanks, Maynard. And I agree. You never know who's living there. I won't go back alone. At least I won't go back alone at night. I might go back alone during the day. I, the adrenaline gets addicting, right? So, I mean, thinking back about, because I was there for over 3 hours. So you guys just got the clips of, because I'm not going to be one of those guys that puts out videos that's just, here's me walking through the woods for 3 hours and you're going to watch the whole freaking thing. And guess what? At the end of it, nothing happens at all. Like, I actually want to put something that's entertaining for you guys. And I film a guy that is going to help me film in about a year when he gets out of school. He suggested that at the tense points, where like when the motorcycles came through the first time and then I'm running, to add like some tension music. And I'm just like, oh, that's a good idea. I should have done that. That's something to put in the memory bank for future references. But yeah, I mean, so I chopped it all up to kind of give you guys something that maybe you guys would enjoy watching, because I certainly wouldn't want to wait 2 hours to get to the point where Tony is actually running away from something. So hopefully, the editing was okay. I'm sure I'll get a little better as I edit more things. I hate video so much, but I'm also trying to, do more things for you guys. So, yeah. See, you guys just comment something, get me talking, and it's all good then. Let's see here. It's better you realize you didn't have time for your family when your son is still little than when your son is asking to borrow the car. I agree. I agree. I mean, honestly, I went to work that day, and like I said, I cried several times. And one of the things that got me upset, and it still gets me upset, is that um, if I didn't make the right decision there, if I didn't, say something has to go, I can't just keep going like this and doing both. I pictured my daughter at 3 years old, his age, when he did that, doing the same thing, crying, saying that I don't want to spend time with them. And he will be 6 years old and he'll just look at her and say, I tried that. It doesn't work. He's going to work. It is what it is. And it's just not an environment I wanted for my family. I mean, like I said, I mean, me and my wife were married for 10 years before we had any kids. And for 10 years, I wanted to have a family. And I don't want to miss being around my family because of the hustle. So I just had to give something up. And it was hard because I love it. I can't express to you how much I love driving truck. And also the health benefits were free. And that was nice too. So it was a lot to give up for sure. LBL, let me put this up here. LBL has bad history. Years ago, a family was murdered by dogman. Police found a little girl up in a tree half eaten. That's why I'm going. That's why I'm going. Let's see here. We appreciate what you do, Tony. I actually talked about how busy of a man you are on my podcast last night. We have Charlie Robinson on the 29th, and you came up in the conversation. Awesome. Yeah, Charlie Robinson, macroaggressions. Everybody should check that out. If you're into alternative thought and definitely not mainstream media points of view, Charlie Robinson, macroaggressions, is the guy for that. His podcast is he's been out for a little over a year, I think, and he has over 1 million downloads on his podcast. He's getting crazy numbers because he just lays it out. He just lays out the facts and blows people's minds. So if you're interested in that, macroaggressions, and I'll just put this out there, I might know macroaggressions, Charlie Robinson's producer for his podcast. It's me. Let's see here. I don't like how the comments jump on me, though. I don't like how the comments jump on me on here, but that's the biggest thing. Then who cares? Let's see here. What we got here? Sorry. I know a lot of people who come here. Tony asked if you are going to have live shows. Like live interview shows? Probably not, because with interviews, I focus so much on audio quality, and you're just not going to get that on a live stream. So probably not. But I can do other things live. Maybe we can do it sometime if the right situation. But I'm just not going to start making a habit of, hey, there's a live show tonight. Yep, it's Thursday. We got to do a live show for, YouTube. Not happening. At least right now. My mind is very fluent, and so things could change. Tony, ever saw a dogman or a Bigfoot or anything in person? Absolutely not. I've never seen any cryptid in person. It's one of the motivations behind Legion of Legends is to go out hunting for the legendary creatures that I've heard about for so many years, but yet have never seen myself. And I'm going out armed with really good camera equipment. So I'm going to be getting a second one of these. This is a camcorder I got. This is what I filmed the first episode of Legion of Legends with that I just released. This is a Panasonic. It shoots 4K. I did not have the microphone on top when I went out because I forgot to put it on top. I had it on the intro and outro because the outro I recorded right after I was done doing the recording. I got back in my truck and I got home and I recorded it. But I forgot to record like an intro, like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. And so what I did was, I think it was on this past Friday or Saturday, I put on the same shirt, got in my truck and recorded the intro and then just re-recorded the outro for, audio stability on both quality ends. But yeah, so I mean, the intro was actually recorded after I actually went out. It was like a couple days after, but who cares? I mean, it is what it is. But this is what I'm recording with the night vision. I have a whole rig with IR lights, a big spotlight, the microphone, all that stuff for nighttime shooting. And I also have a Sony camera that is not night vision. And I'm thinking I might need to get another one of these to really do well, because Jack will have one and I'll have one then. But right now we have the Sony and we have this one. And so if we're shooting and if we shoot something with one of these, it's going to be good quality. The only problem is stability, blurring, all that stuff. I mean, we'll try our best. That's why I'm trying to invest in proper equipment. So I mean, obviously the starting point was to get a real 4K camera, like not one of the Amazon $200 ones that they sell, because I did my research, and the Amazon ones that you see like that's like a big bundle pack, and you're like, oh man, it's not really 4K. First of all, you have to do some finagling in Adobe just to get the 4K out of it. The night vision on those things is black and white, grainy, not very good. So I was just like, I want to make sure that we have the proper equipment. And so that's what I did. And what's cool about this one is that when you open it up, it has this camera, and it has like I can swivel it. So like when you saw me have that monitor up, that was, this camera facing me. I turned it off, but I can turn it. So like if I'm walking, I can turn the camera so it's shooting sideways. So you see actually the side view when I'm filming, but also what's in front of me. So we're going to experiment with that and see how things go. I don't think we want our face on camera though. I mean, I think it's kind of a waste, but hopefully we catch something on video that's good quality and we can share it with people. But God knows I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. How is the ghost in your house? Well, first of all, I wouldn't say that I have a ghost in my house. I'm not willing to go there yet. I'm not willing to go there yet. But I haven't had any activity recently, but if there's something in my house, hopefully I catch it on camera. But I definitely don't. I I saw in the comments people were saying that I have demons in my house. I'm not willing to go there yet because outside of a door opening that maybe with a mother who thinks she locked up because it's a repetitive thing night after night, but she has kids going berserk around her every night when I'm down here working and she's trying to get them to bed. It's very possible she could have just forgot. And so until I actually have real legit proof that there's something paranormal going on in my house, I'm not willing to say it is paranormal just because outside of that, we have zero inclinations of something haunting our home. We've had orbs in the house and things like that, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't think I don't feel like there's an active haunting in my house. I've never had things flying around the rooms, things going missing, doors slamming, things like that. It's just it hasn't happened other than that door opening. And again, until I actually can say without a shadow of doubt, there's no other explanation for something I experienced. Obviously the orbs is something we've experienced, but we've experienced uh, everywhere we live the orbs, and so it leaves the open the question, you know, what is all this stuff? I mean, is it that places are specific places are haunted, that people are specifically haunted, or is there just a spiritual realm everywhere you go and you catch snippets of it every once in a while, and it's not a matter of things being particular. I think things are definitely there are places that are more haunted than others that spirits can squat down. But I do think that there are spirits everywhere around us, and just because we don't see them all the time doesn't mean they're not there. So maybe we're just I don't know. It sounds like I'm trying to give every possible explanation outside of haunting, but again, like I said, I understand the environment in my house on a spiritual level, but also just the fact that real life life gets hectic at night trying to get the kids to bed and everything, and it's very possible Lindsay could have just forgotten to close the door. Um, but the things surrounding the door are interesting too, like the dreams and things like that. So who knows? But if things happen, you'll know about it. Your camera quality is still good. I appreciate that. There are certain points of the filming that I didn't like how it was shaky, especially in the beginning, because I was holding it. First of all, I had like a one of these. This is for my phone, but like one of these where the phone was mounted on it, and I was holding it. So it was like a handle. And so when I was first holding it, I was kind of holding it out like this, walking, and my arms bouncing and stuff. So what I did is I started tucking it in close to my body so it was more stable. But when I first started filming, and when you heard me say, "Oh, I need a gimbal," it's because I was holding it out and it's just bouncing. So I had to kind of feel out how to, you know, film. But I think a gimbal would be handy. Yeah, I just, you know, there's certain levels of necessity to invest in first over other things. So let's see here. Have you left an audio recordings out during the night to see if you catch any EVPs? Other than the camera, no. I mean, the camera records audio, but it's I posted 2 hours of footage. The one of the first night I recorded, uh, battery died, but I realized later that I could actually hook this camera up to an actual constant power source. So I'll do that moving forward. But I posted that video on the forums for the members to sift through. I'm not sifting through hours and hours of audio and video just to see nothing and hear nothing. It's just not wise use of my time. So I'll let the members do that if they want. I skimmed through it, if there wasn't anything obvious like shifting of the moving of things in the room or anything like that. Let's see here. GWG Gaming, fantastic shows. Can't live without. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Oh, it kills me when my kids thinks I don't want to spend time with her since I work from home. Yeah. I mean, kids will get you, man. Kids will get you. I mean, it's like they know. They know how to get your heart. Let's see here. Bro, do yourself a favor and share your location with your wife on your phone. Oh, I already did that. I did that before I left. So if something happens, she can give your location to police. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I already did that. And I just turned it on 24/7 because I know I'll forget one day. So, it's just always connected. So she can always just look at her phone and know where I'm at. So that was something that I did before I left for sure. And, you know, now it's not going to help me in the moment, but at least it's going to help, find my body. Let's see here. Do a weekly live show and open a super chat on YouTube for more income. I not opposed to that at all. Is super chat not available on this? Because I know I have monetization on my channel. So do you not see a super chat option? Maybe I need to edit that. I don't know. I don't think I can do it while I'm live though. It is what it is. Just here hanging out with you guys. But yeah, it's definitely something I could do. Not so sure how it would go, but we can try. Right now I'm trying to get my feet underneath me still with all my schedule and stuff. I mean, I still work tons. And then at the end of this month, I'm going, oh, there's super chat. Thanks. I guess Trey showed me. Thanks, Trey, for the super chat. There you go. How do can I show that? Let's see here. There we go. Trey McAllister, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate it. But yeah, so I think doing something live would be fun. I just don't know what to do. I don't, not interviews. I almost want to do I don't know. I've been thinking about, if you guys got ideas for, live shows and stuff like that, let me know, let me know in the comments section below, or email us or whatever, the confessionals at theconfessionalspodcast.com. But let's see here. Some would say that chasing or hunting cryptids isn't the safest thing to do. Please be safe out there for sure. Oh yeah, safety, yeah, for sure. I mean, as safe as you can. Listen, guys, before I was a podcaster, I hunted and chased cryptids. That's what I did. Before you guys knew who I was going out on weekends and spending my time in the woods, never having any action. That's why when I started the podcast, I wasn't underneath any illusions that it's easy to find these things. I've been there. I've been out in the woods. This is something that I have not been a stranger to. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm basically getting back to my roots doing this stuff. This is what I did before I was a podcaster. And now I'm just going to do it on another level. Before I was going out there by myself, I had a cell phone if I, wanted to shoot video or something, or audio, but I wasn't trying to create content. Now I'm trying to create content. Laura, shout out to you for the super chat. I appreciate it, sister. Thank you very much. Laura came with me on our trip to the Burnbrae Mansion. We spent a night at the Burnbrae Mansion, me, Laura, and Laura, I think it was like 12 or 14 other people, plus my wife and stuff. We spent a night at the Burnbrae Mansion. It was a freaking awesome time. But Laura was definitely on one of those trips. And from what I understand, Laura, you said that you'd be interested in other trips too, which I'll let you guys know now. I got to talk to Creed about this, but we're going to be doing another trip. I think we decided November 19th, we're going to do this trip. I'm going to bring him in studio and we can talk about it. But on November 19th, I believe, is when we're doing it. We're going to Vermont to the Wilson Castle, which is a haunted castle, like a legit castle in Vermont. And we're going to spend a night there. And we're going to do a whole big trip there. So if you're interested in that, listen to the show on a weekly basis. When we announce it, we'll say it on the show. And last time the trip sold out in 24 hours, less than 24 hours. And so, you're going to want to make sure, if you're interested, to hop on that right away. Laura, I think we got you on a list to actually contact before it even goes live, because you said you wanted to be on the list of let me know kind of thing. So we'll let you know. You have your spot reserved if you want it. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. I'm sorry if I'm missing a lot of comments. If you see that door, I'm sorry. Let me bring it up. If you see that door swing open by itself, then you can rule in paranormal. Absolutely. I saw the closet in my dorm room open twice. No mistake about it. Yeah, I mean, if I see that door open on its own, whether in person or on video, now we're talking. And you know, that's when I take appropriate actions at that point. I mean, listen, don't be confused about this, guys. Like, I don't know who on the YouTube channel actually listens to the show, but when I posted that video, there were some people commenting saying, accept Jesus in your life. You know, this is all demonic, this, that, and the other. I'm like, you should listen to the show because you clearly don't know who I am. And the one person I said that to, she said, then why are demons in your house? I'm like, first of all, we don't know if it's demonic. Like we have not seen it actually happen. It could be just a forgetful memory. Second of all, to say that I'm a Christian, so I won't have any demonic attacks on my life is silly. It's silly. One, we have an entire book in the Bible called Job, which defutes that. Second of all, third of all, if you take up opposition to your enemy, you think your enemy is just going to go away, or they're going to punch back. I mean, to say that, you know, oh well, I became a Christian, so I don't get spiritual attacks. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. And so I couldn't disagree with that more. So yeah, but don't get it twisted. We even before this, we've always had a habit of praying over our house, praying over our children, praying over ourselves. You know, asking the Lord to protect us while we sleep, spiritually, physically. When I do it personally, I start with the youngest and I work my way to myself. So I'll pray that, you know, God protects my daughter spiritually, physically tonight while I sleep and can't protect her. And then I pray over her room. Then I pray over the house. Then I pray over the property. Then I go to my son, pray over him, pray over the room, pray over the house, pray over the property. Then I go to my wife, pray over her, pray over the room, pray over the house, pray over the property. Then I go to myself, same thing. I do that all the time. And that's how I believe I protect myself. And so just don't think that I'm not doing anything. I've always been like this. And especially if there's any kind of craziness going on, I will amp it up 10 times. I'll do it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and bedtime. I'll even set an alarm for 3 a.m. just to wake up and pray if I let's see here. I'm just gonna start clicking these and seeing what you guys are saying. Okay, what's the crazy encounter from someone you have? What's the crazy? I'm assuming craziest encounter from someone you have heard. One that really creeped you out hearing them talk about. I've said this before, and the creepiest as far as paranormal goes, for sure, was Melissa from episode 175 for me. She always comes first to mind. There's plenty of them, but man, her experience of, well, her whole story was creepy, but then talking about how it drug her out of the bed down the hallway into the living room. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm burping a lot here. I'm trying to hold it back. My stomach's empty. I'm hungry, so I'm getting the burps. But yeah, I mean, that is terrifying, terrifying. And then to follow her interview, we've had two, at least two other people that have come forward and told me that they heard the same windmill sound on in their experience. So we had the lady, her name was Lindsay. I forget what episode it was, but she said that she would hear this windmill sound before it happened, and that's what Melissa said. And then somebody contacted me in email recently, and their family member said the same thing, and I sent them the interviews to have them listen to. But I would like to talk to them because this is something that's starting to pop up now. People are having these paranormal experiences, and before it kicks in, they start hearing what they call like a wind sound, like a turbine windmill sound. It's just like whoom, 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 almost like there's a warping. And so, I mean, it's a very interesting thing that's crossing over in other people's stories. And you can make of it what you want. Is it just a sign that there's going to be a spiritual attack? It's a sign that there's something coming in through another parallel universe, a portal. I mean, there's a lot of things that go down with that. But my wife just texted me. I'll make sure it's all good. Not for the show, not for this live stream, but her and I will talk about that when I am done. Frustrating. Oh, did Trey send me another one? Thanks, Trey. Thanks, Trey. I'm backed up on the comments, so I didn't see that. But shout out to Trey. Let me pull him up here and put that on there for Yins. Or no, that's an old one. I don't know. Shout out to all you guys that are giving me super chats. Appreciate it. Um, let's see here. Do you worry about stuff following you home? No, I don't. I'm not under an illusion that it can't happen. Um, but I don't listen. I don't walk around worrying about stuff. I wait till stuff happens to deal with it then in the moment. Even when it comes to the political landscape of not even political landscape, but the world current events environment that we're going through right now, I get people messaging me. Like I had somebody messaging me recently saying that they heard that they're hearing that World War III is going to start soon, maybe even this week on I think Wednesday, and I just like first of all, we don't have to like I personally don't believe that World War III is going to look like World War II. I think it's going to be cyber attacks, it's going to be digital propaganda. And whoever can get their people, whoever can get their enemies' people to kill themselves first, without even instead of me killing you, I'm going to propagate. I'm going to use cyber attacks to get you to eat yourself. I think that's how it's going to happen if it happens. But um, you know, I'm not worrying about World War III until I have to worry about it. I mean, I'm acutely aware of what can happen. I'm prepared for situations the best I can be, but I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to be sitting around worrying and not live my life because of the possibility of something bad happening. And that's the same thing with this kind of stuff. Like, is there a possibility that I could go into an abandoned place, run across some bad dudes, and get my head shot off? Yeah, it's possible, but I do it for the views. Not, but no, I mean, it's what are the odds, and I'm not going to not do things just because of the possibilities. It's just the way I think. It's the way I've always been. That's why Lindsay's always been like worried about me since we've been married. I just go and I do things, and she knows that yeah, things can happen, but she also knew what she was marrying when she married me, and that's just how I've always been. I remember the one time she thought this has nothing to do with this stuff, but it was after church on a Sunday, and I had an eclipse, and she went home, and I went. It was snowing. It was a snowstorm. But before I started the podcast, I was running a independent record label, and I had gone to one of my artists' house, and we were working on projects, and I text her that what I was doing, but we were in his basement at his house, and there was no cell phone reception. I didn't know that, so I sent a text, but it never went to her. So when she thought that I was going home after church and I didn't show up for 3 hours, she thought I had an accident and I was in a ditch somewhere. And she's calling my parents, everybody. I think they even called the police. And like 3 hours later, I come up to leave and I walk outside and my phone just starts blowing up, blowing up. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I called Lindsay and she's like, Tony, where are you? And I was just like, what are you talking about? I told you I was at so and so's house, blah, blah, blah. And she's crying and stuff. I felt awful. I felt absolutely awful. My parents were literally getting in the car, getting ready to come down and help search for me. But yeah, I'm not always the easiest to live with. That's for sure. That is for sure. Trey says, I watched the footage. Audio recordings would be good, but the crappy part about investigating is going over everything, especially when you have 5 to 10 cameras and as many audio recorders. I agree. That sucks. That's why I'm not an investigator, buddy. Like I'm not like, I mean, that is just not my thing at all. At all. No thanks. No thanks. Shout out to Dale for the super chat. I appreciate it, Dale. Shout out to Dale for that super chat. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see here. We got some yeah, but yeah, the footage is like painstaking for me. Like I said, I'm a podcaster. I've been a podcaster for 5 years. Never really messed with YouTube. And it's because I'm just not motivated. I hate working with video passionately. And so that's why I'm even doing this live right now, because I'm testing this StreamYard before I pay for it, because you have that stupid logo up top. I want that gone, but it's a free account, so it's there. But I think this is running actually pretty smooth. I'll probably wind up paying for an account to get rid of that and have more options. But this is very streamlined. Like before, I was I was broadcasting through OBS and OBS to YouTube and all this moving parts. This is so nice. This is so nice. Simple. I like it. I dig it. And I can actually show you the comments on the screen. I couldn't do that in OBS. I mean, I could, but it's so much work. So I like this, and we're testing the waters. We're testing the waters, and I dig it. I dig it. But yeah, video for me is a work in progress for sure. Hollow Sky's new episode had a connection to Cat. Interesting. I'll have to give it a listen. And you guys should check out Hollow Sky Podcast. They're my boys. They should be coming with me to Kentucky, actually, to hunt for Dogman. So we were just talking about that last night, bringing in some artillery, boys. Let's see here. You're not fully awoken until you learn how to pull out of your body. I don't agree with that. I don't know about that, but interesting. It is here. I like after it is here. I like how I like after that, but I liked after that, but it just thought if people know it's a weekly show. Oh, we're talking about the live stuff. Okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, I got you, Lauren or Laura. I'm really behind on these comments. Let me keep moving. Mr. Unknown, what do you got to say? Why not listen to voicemails live? That's actually a good idea. Something similar to stuff you do on Hammerlane. That's not a bad idea because Mr. Unknown, I've been wanting to do a voicemail option for the Confessionals, but the Confessionals weekly show is just so rhythmic that doing voicemails, I feel, would actually probably take away from the show. But maybe if I open up a voicemail line and make it an exclusive YouTube thing, Mr. Unknown, I appreciate you, sir. That's a great idea. A live voicemail show on YouTube. So simple, but it needed somebody creative to think of it. And you, sir, win that prize. Thank you. In fact, let's turn on some music to celebrate that. Some background music. I forgot to turn that on. Just some soft. If it's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it down. But we just got to get some vibes going after that. Yeah, I think he made my day on that one. Great idea. Let's see here. Does YouTube take 30% of super chats? Choose super chats. Maybe pattern better or PayPal. I have no idea. I don't know what YouTube takes. No clue. I don't rely on YouTube for income. I mean, obviously, I'm not discouraging super chats. It's very nice if you guys want to help support the Merkle tribe. You know, the kids like dinner and they like having Christmas presents, but I have no idea. But Pam, I would say this: we did start. I put the PayPal link for Merkle Media on the latest Legion of Legends video, and I said help support our trips, PayPal me kind of thing. So that's an option as well. So you know. I'm really bad at that stuff. Like even promoting my website for the store apparel. Like we have a store, we hardly sell anything, probably because the designs suck. But that's changing. Lindsay's upgrading the store, but you know I'm just really bad at that. You know, if it's not part of my rhythm, then I don't think of it a lot. Like my rhythm every week for the intros, I mention the prepare site because I believe in being prepared and I want you guys to be prepared. So I make a commission off those sales. But you know, I just don't think of everything. It would probably be smart to have like all the options to help support me listed somewhere. I should work on that. Tony, did you do a Hollywood sign area years ago? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Deborah, but I've never been to Hollywood. Yes, I talked to Creed. He's going to keep me updated. Awesome. Have you done Randonautica? I have not. Found it confusing when I downloaded my phone, and then I'm not exactly sure what's going on there with Randonautica. Made me a little nervous. Mainly because I did an episode with Nick Hinton. I think that show's still up. I might have been removed copyright, but yeah, Nick Hinton and I did a show together, and he was like one of the main Randonautica guys. Like he worked with them, and he came out saying some things about Randonautica that was very alarming in the sense of I don't know. He never even really told me because he like legally has to clamp his mouth up. Like he never told me exactly what's going on. They were doing court stuff, and but I'm a little cautious. I don't know what's going on. I've had other people say that Randonautica doing that is almost like allowing, almost like a Ouija board, allowing things to come in and to communicate with you. I don't know, but it made me a little hesitant. So I have not done Randonautica. I'm not opposed to it if I get more comfortable with the idea of it. I wish there was just a random location generator that didn't require intent. Just give me a location and we'll go. Maybe I can use Randonautica like that. Like instead, think of your intention. I'll just be thinking, I don't know, eating steak, and then it'll lead me to a freaking field of cows. So I'm like, dang it. Let's see here. Man, I'm glad I put the music on. I could just sit here and listen to this all day. That's another reason why I appreciate your show, your Christian input on it. Refreshing to see that from a paranormal podcast. I just am who I am, friends. I don't come on to try to convert everybody. It's not my goal. I am who I am, and I respect everybody for who they are, and I just ask that you return the favor. I don't expect you to agree with me on everything, but just like I wouldn't ask you to hide who you are from the world, I certainly am not going to do that for your comfort, because I don't care. I really don't. I'm not worried about people's feelings. I know my heart, and I try to be the nicest person I can to people who are nice to me. If you're rude, though, you see a different person. Let's see here. And Daniel Boone, contact Kirk Stokes. He has a channel and has been investigating there for at least a decade. God bless. Good to know. Kirk Stokes. I'm going to have enough people there this time around, but maybe I'll be heading back because I'm fascinated with Kentucky and the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. People have been saying that I should do a meetup if I'm going to be in Kentucky, since I'm traveling far away from home. Not a bad idea. If you are in Kentucky and you have an idea of where I can do a meetup, please let me know, because I got enough on my plate trying to arrange things and schedule things. I'm not doing a meetup is something that I just have not even really considered thinking about a whole lot. But if there's a place that I can contact and get it arranged pretty quickly, I would not be opposed to doing a meetup. I'm not going to do like a live production show or anything, but hang out, meetup would be fine. It'll only cost you $1 billion for admission. I kid. Richie, I just listened to the Charlie episode with the Enochian Tech. I really need to know what kind of computers were on that plane. Was it a PC, Mac, or something else? I imagine it's something else. Had he hook the data cable? Those are good questions, man. I don't think it was a Mac, though. Certainly not a PC. I've heard people have gone missing from doing that app. Now you're getting me curious, Deborah. Not scaring me away. That I find interesting. Where do they go? Do they go to a parallel universe? Do they get sucked into a wormhole, a portal? Because I'm down for that action. As long as I got my handy dandy 4K camcorder, I'm down for that action. See what happens on the other side. Give it to me. Give it. Oh man, that'd be freaking awesome if I caught something like that. How cool would that be? You guys giving me the good stuff here. You're spot on with the cyber attacks. I have such a hard time not starting to read these comments to a rhythm of the beat. Like I almost start like freestyle as I'm reading. That's funny. I almost said you're spot on with the cyber attacks. Funny. Funny. The World Economic Forum just had a desktop study, and usually when they do those, they usually seem to play out a few months later. No comment. No comment. I'm not trying to get banned off YouTube. I gotta back off these topics. Just trying to find some comments here, friends. No, you guys are really on the Randonautica, and Pam is. Maybe we'll give it a shot. Maybe we'll give it a shot. I gotta do some looking into the app. Maybe I'll text Nick and see what he has to say about it, if he can tell me something. But yeah, maybe because it would be good for videos. It'd be a great entry topic line of a video. I mean, it's like, where are we going today? Randonautica. It's great promotion for them, which I hate doing free promotion for anybody. But no, I'm kidding. But it would be such a streamlined entrance into the journey of a video. Maybe you guys know of an app out there that doesn't require intent, focusing on intent, the pair, like that stuff, because that just makes me a little cautious. There's just a random generator of a location that I can kind of go and check out spots and stuff, but there's no fun in that either. Like, who cares? Randomness, but it's the intent. What do you got to say here? Be safe, Tony. I wonder what Dark says about you going hunting for Dogman. I could tell you. You know what you're going to do when you find Dogman? I'm gonna blow its freaking head off. That's what I'm gonna do. No, I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I see a Dogman. If I see a Dogman, that will be one of those situations where you adjust on the fly to see what happens. Is it up close? Is it far away? If it's far away, we can observe with a stable camera, hopefully zoom in. If it's up close, we're not so worried about the footage as much as getting out alive, clicking up. So, it's an ever evolving situation, but I can tell you this: Dark Waters is not a fan of some of the things that I'm doing. Even down to, I'm working on arranging an interview that's going to be one of the most epic interviews you're ever going to hear. I'm going to be hopefully, if I can get this lady on with me, I'm talking with her people right now. I'm going to be talking to somebody who was in training to be one of the most top tier, in the dark shadows level Illuminati people walking this earth. Yeah. And when I told Dark Waters what I was doing, he's like, dude, don't do it. I'm like, I'm going to do it. And he's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I know. And I gave him the crazy eyes. Literally, that's pretty much how the text went. Also, let's see here. Let me pull that up. Also, for the live stream, you can tell stories and Q&A. I agree. Q&As are good. Telling stories are good. I'm not a big fan of telling stories, though. It's just not my gig. I'm sure I can do it, but I'm not a fan of doing live telling stories unless it's my own story. If I'm going to tell another story, I probably pre-record it kind of thing, so it's really good as far as quality goes and rhythm and the vibe. I'm not a fan of just telling other people's stories that I heard live, but it's a good idea. So we got voicemails telling, maybe we'll do like a pre-recorded 15-minute video of me doing a storytelling, and then we go into the live. Q&As are obviously great. Ask me anythings, which is what this is, AMA, which it took me forever to figure out what AMA meant. I see these AMAs, everyone like, what is that? It's like some kind of new mixed martial arts. I had no idea what AMA meant. I found it out like yesterday. Swear, content creator has no idea what he's doing. What's a good trucking company to start with in the process of getting my CDL? Any feedback? Help, brother. Keep the great content coming. Daniel, depends on what you're looking for, my friend. Are you looking to go over road, or are you looking for local driving, being home every day? I can speak to the latter because I've never done over the road, never wanted to. I like my wife and I like my family. But I can tell you that if you are looking to be home every day, your options are slim. But if you can get yourself into an LTL company, that is the spot to go. You're going to work your butt off. Physically, you're going to work, but you're going to be home. The pay's good. You get paid by the hour, lots of hours. You're going to make a lot of money. Like, seriously. My first year doing LTL, I got hired at $18.40 an hour. That was 8 years ago. And my first year driving truck, LTL, at $18.40 an hour, I made $65,000. That's how many hours you work in LTL. You are nonstop. So LTL is a good move. Over the road, I really wouldn't know. But if you're getting your CDL now and you're going to do over the road, you're going to wind up going for, one of the big main carriers that will hire new drivers, new CDLs. You're not going to make a ton of money, but you get your first year in, then you can go to another company. But if you want to be home every day, try LTL. LTL is a good spot to go. But in those companies, you have to work your way up. So if they hire you as a driver, you're gonna be low man seniority. And if they don't hire you as a driver, maybe they'll hire you as a dock worker with the intent to give you a driving job in a few months. But I'll tell you what, man, getting your CDL, getting the truck, it's nothing like it. I freaking love driving truck. Miss it every day. Wait a second, there was something else here. Truman says, what is the jersey behind you? That's a hockey jersey I had framed for the Confessionals. I really don't want to turn the camera and mess up my angle for you, but let's see here. There you go. Those might be on sale soon if you guys want them. Let me know if you guys want these jerseys for sale. Obviously, they're not going to come framed, but the jersey, Merkel on the back, 17 is the year that we started the podcast, 2017. You got a Bigfoot alien and a one-eyed pyramid on the top there. On the shoulders is Pennsylvania with 1/19/17, which is the exact day I dropped my first episode. On the inside of the collar, it says "Yup" all the way around. It's a pretty detailed jersey. And we also have basketball ones too. I have it over here. If you give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right. So this is a basketball jersey that I just got too. And if you guys want, we can make these for sale. I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong way here. This has a Philly vibe. The Sixers are my favorite basketball team, and they have a city edition jersey that looks like this. And we put the Confessionals 17. You can see this is the Bigfoot pyramid and alien that I was talking about on the other jersey. There we go. And then the back, Merkel. I'm sorry, I'm really displaying bad, but I gotta talk to the guy about this. We've been planning on this for a while, so if you guys are interested, we'll hook it up. All right, let's keep it moving here. Ever think about doing like Waverly if you won't give you? Ever think about doing Waverly if they won't give you full access, taking 10 or so members and everyone putting or splitting the payment to rent it out for yourselves? Trey, that sounds like a whole tour thing that I would do. Yeah, I would consider that. I would consider that big time. Let's keep it moving. One thing about the comments on my end here when I'm scrolling through them for you guys, it jumps a lot. So I try not to miss yous, but I think I'm missing a lot of you. JC, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to the whole recording and stuff. Why are you wearing headphones if you're not listening to anybody? Because I don't have to, but it is very uncomfortable for me not to hear myself talking now. I've been podcasting for a long time, and I'm so used to hearing the monitor of my voice in my ears that when I'm talking without it, it's very uncomfortable. But also because if when you're talking, at least for me, when I'm talking without headphones, I can't hear myself say stuff, so I can't even you don't hear how you're pronouncing things. I talk clearer when I hear myself coming back into my head. I'm a mumbler guy, like I mumble, especially the faster I talk, and so that's why I wear headphones, because it helps me talk better. But it's extremely uncomfortable for me. Just to, like when I took it off to just go, it was uncomfortable, big time. Plus, why should you be able to hear the cool groovy music and I can't? That's not fair. Let's see here. I have a paranormal / Bible lesson blog, including aliens and cryptids. Just starting. Any advice? Consistency. I can tell you as a content creator, the best thing to do is be consistent. I could do better with that with the YouTube. I got to get back on uploading the archive shows for you guys. It just is such a pain in the butt. But I do want to get the whole archive on YouTube for you. But consistency is huge. I mean, set yourself a schedule where you're gonna drop one blog a week. You know, I don't want to hear somebody talking in my ear. But be consistent. Whatever you want to do, be consistent on it. Make it realistic. When I started podcasting, I said to myself, I want to put out one show a week, every week, nonstop. And that's what I've done every week for 5 years. I have not missed a week where I put out a Tuesday show. It used to be Saturdays, but I switched it to Tuesday shows. But I don't miss a week. And so plan ahead, be consistent so people know when to show up for your new blog post. The worst thing is loving a content creator, whether it's a blogger or a video guy, a podcaster, loving what they do, but you never know when they're going to drop another show, and you're just like in limbo. Sometimes they'll drop 2 a week, and next time you hear from it is like 3 weeks later, and it's maddening. It's maddening. So be consistent. I think that's probably the best thing, and be serious about it. Whether it's a hobby or something else, I mean, just be serious about it. Your audience will only be as serious as you are. Come on, stop jumping on me. Freedom says, I'll take the football jersey. Sounds good. You're not taking this one, though. Not taking this one. There's a question for you. Whatever happened when the Renegades with the Renegades podcast with Wes, just scheduling issues? Yeah, 100%. I mean, when we were doing the Renegade podcast, I was like working 65 hours a week. I mean, it was nonstop for me, and it was just too hard to schedule everything, And at that time, me and Wes were still getting to know each other, and I think my aggressiveness at times caught him off guard because he didn't know if I was just. Well, I am crazy, but he didn't know if I was just crazy or if I was passionate. But there was a couple of things I said that I know he cut out because he's like, I can't put that on there. And I was learning how to handle content creation and people and how people perceive things when you say them. I'm still learning that, but yeah, it was 100% scheduling. In fact, there was conversation within the last year bringing it back, but we're both very busy doing our thing. And it's just, a matter of schedule and time, but not opposed to maybe even starting another show with them sometime, doing something else. Who knows? Me and Wes, we just kind of go with the wind, wherever it takes us. It is what it is. All right, let me just go to right at the bottom because it keeps jumping me down. Let's see here. This looks like a good one. Hey, Tony. I almost said Anthony. That's my name too. Hey, Tony. Thanks so much for what you do and have done for people. Are you going to make Legion of Legends something that fans will be allowed to join at some point? I'm in Cincinnati, and there is a lot. More than likely not. That is a liability that I don't want. And I'm very picky with who I spend time with out doing these kind of things. You can't just have people who are going to jump in and think everything is a dogman Bigfoot when it was a raccoon walking by. Um, and it's just not a good situation for me. I'm out there to create content for you guys to enjoy consumption. But if I have people, because I don't know who people are before I meet them, and maybe they don't turn out to be great people for creating content. Like they're just all over the place. They're attention seekers. They're, you know, just won't let me work and do my thing because I'm not out there. I'm out there having fun, but I'm out there working, and not everybody understands that. Like content creation is actually like if you're trying to make good stuff, like you actually have to work to try making good stuff. It's not just going to happen. And so it's just not a good chemistry for me. I keep my circle very tight. That's why Jack's coming with me on these things. Only people that I feel comfortable with, I would do this. And plus the liability. I mean, say I take some people out there that are fans and we do something and somebody trips over something, they break their ankles and they want to blame me for taking. I didn't know we were going to go this far in the woods. I don't want to hear that. So yeah, probably not. I just watched you jump into a bush on the latest Legion of Legends video. Yeah. It's so funny too, because I had just walked by there and I pointed out there was a path there and I was talking about that. And then I walked to the end of that road and I'm like, book it. And I just, in my head, I knew that was there. I just dove right in. Yeah, I spent about 15 minutes back there, 15, 20 minutes back there squatting. I cut a lot of it out because it would have been just boring to watch. I'm just sitting there with my camera, just listening, looking, So I cut a lot of it out just for ease of viewing. But yeah, my wife hasn't seen the video yet. I don't know if she's going to actually watch it. You plan on doing any traveling for League of Legends? Well, I don't know what League of Legends is. I don't know what that is. But I can tell you Legion of Legends is my show. And yeah, of course. But it's all temporal. Like I can't just travel anywhere anytime. I mean, things cost money. That's why I'm doing a lot of local stuff in Pennsylvania, local legend, things like that. No worry. Don't be sorry, Chance. I was just messing with you. But yeah, I definitely plan on doing traveling like Kentucky in October, first week of October. That's gonna happen. That is definitely going to happen. But I mean, I just can't go to Oregon a drop of a dime. Like I have to have it planned out, know exactly what I'm going for, how interesting is it, have it all kind of planned out. But traveling is definitely something I'd like to do, especially as we get more traction. The more like honestly, the more the YouTube channel grows, the more theoretically I think views I'll get, the more ad revenue I get, the more I'll be able to help fund these trips. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm on a very strict budget with my family. I mean, everything's accounted for, everything. And I just got to be smart with how I do everything financially. Hey, Tony, will the previous episodes 1 through 139 be uploaded to Castos? No. I know you mentioned before that some of the content was lost / corrupt. I love re-listening to the episodes. Yeah, no, that content, most of the content is available, and the ones that have been taken down off my stream for copyright, I just got to find them and re-upload them without the copyright stuff. But the reason why 1 through 139 is not going to be on the Castos app is because those were all public shows that had advertising on them. And the whole point of the Castos app is for membership content and for Tuesday shows to be ad free. And so if I upload the entire archive, you're going to hear the advertising, and I am not digging up 139 episodes to reproduce them to upload it to Castos. That would be like I almost want to cry thinking about it. Like talk about wow. I mean, we're talking 8 weeks, months of production time. Crazy. So no, that's not in the plans unless I get an intern one day. If I have an intern, that will be his or her job is first go back through all these hard drives, pull out these episodes, reproduce them, upload them to Castos. So I'm not saying never, but I'm definitely saying I'm never doing it. It is what it is. I'm trying, friends. Let's see here. Tony, I can never tell if it's a day or night in your basement. Oh, it's daytime. I'm in Pennsylvania. But yeah, I got a window in front of me. I got this window up here that I have blocked out always. But yeah, it's daytime. It's probably best though. So when the government's watching me, they don't know where I'm at. If you want League of Legends in the Smokies, give me a shout. I can point you to some of the right people. Sounds good, Trey. That is something that I'd be very interested in. Deborah says, common sense would tell people when you're out in the woods, it's called trailblazing, not hiking. Agreed. You would think. But there are those people. Make sure you get those tax write-offs on travel for business. I hear you, Nate. Everything's tracked these days. And well, I almost went in a totally different direction. I can't talk about some things on YouTube. Can't do it. But yeah, there's some things happening, friends, that you might want to pay attention to. But smile. Just smile. Know it's happening. Know it's coming. Know there's nothing you can do about it. And just enjoy the moment. Enjoy your life with your friends, family, whoever's closest to you. Just enjoy being present. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Because you'll be the blazing that trail up if you see a crypt. Yeah, I hear that. Do you think those people were looking for you in the latest video or in the latest vid, or were they just messing around? I don't know who was walking around, and that's the only thing I could say. The biker guys, I don't think they saw me, but there was somebody walking around for a good time right around where I was at, like almost like they were looking for something they saw. And so were they with the biker guys? Probably more than likely. So yeah, I don't know. All I know is they were gone. I came out, I walked around more. I didn't hear anybody, I didn't see anybody until the very end of the video. You heard me say, I think I heard somebody. And that's when I bailed out. Like I was just left. So I don't know. But at the end of the video, that door opened. Yeah, you already know. That's gonna be visited again. Don't think I could get over living during. I don't think I could ever go live during the day. My kids are crazy loud and always coming in my office. My kids are napping right now. That's why it's quiet upstairs, but they were loud earlier. I've been doing this for a while. I should probably cut it because I gotta finish producing this week's shows. I'll give you a little bit more. Thanks again for the super chats, friends. I know you're doing your own things, but any thoughts on meeting up with Timothy Renner at the show? Maybe. Timothy Renner is my boy, and I would be open to that. But I ain't gonna discuss my plans on live YouTube. What's your favorite subject to discuss on your show? Bigfoot, ghosts. You know, I really like the unknown military stuff, like episode 122. I wish I had more of those. MK Ultra is another fun one for me. I really enjoy doing those because it gives me an opportunity to really dive into people's experiences and try to help piece a puzzle together. I'm all about puzzle pieces now. The fascination with these topics isn't there, like the childlike fascination that I used to have isn't there, because I'm 99.99999% convinced that everything is these things are real. I just haven't seen it. That's why I leave that little room for error that maybe everybody in the world that I've talked to has lied to me. I don't think it's true though. So the fascination, like, wow, it's not like that for me. I really dig into how does this relate to this? And I've heard this person say this about Bigfoot before, but now this person over here is saying they have the same experience, but we were talking about aliens. And this person last week told me the same thing, only we're talking about ghosts. What is the connection here? I'd like, approaching things like that. That's why I think I really like doing the MK Ultra stuff. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to save this live, by the way. So I might delete it, because it was very random. I don't have any water in here. I'm sorry if you hear my spit in my mouth. I have no water. Some coffee left. This Confessionals mug, it's getting worn out. You can't buy it anywhere, so don't ask. What happened with my side door upstairs? Nothing yet. No news is good news. Tony, you should ask the guy from Trespassers Will Be Shot where he was. He was in Oregon. I think we said that on the show. If we didn't, I said no. He was in Oregon. Do you plan on doing another conspiracy show similar to what you did with Rage Radio, maybe members only? No. That was so exhausting. I didn't like it. It was not fun for me. And if I don't like doing things, I'm not doing it. There's plenty of people out in the world that are doing alternative thought media, outside the mainstream and narratives. It's just too exhausting. I don't got time. It was a big time suck because I spent a lot of my week reading the news, analyzing things, trying to, generate my thoughts on things. Leave for somebody else. Confessionals is my main focus. So no. I've seen you've done Gettysburg stuff before. I mentioned it. I lived here basically my entire life, Gettysburg and up by Pine Grove Furnace and Michaud Forest, odd areas. Rethink, I agree. Very odd areas. I'm not going to say anything right now live with what I'm thinking about Rethink, but you'll know when you see it. And if you know now, don't say it. But yeah, very odd area. LOL, what if they didn't know you were and just stumbled upon a guy covered in cameras in a bush? What if they didn't know who you were and just stumbled upon a guy covered in cameras in a bush? Well, that was my fear. That was my fear, Mr. Unknown. They don't know who I am. They don't know what I'm doing. What if they hang out in there? What if they're setting up shop in one of those buildings and they will see me walking around with cameras? Well, if I was doing something nefarious, didn't want to be seen or known, and I see this guy filming me, I'm like, who are you? What are you doing here? We got problems. I don't want that smoke. Do you think you get onto do you think you'd get onto the Raven Rock property, not going down in the dumb, but on the property? No. No, I don't. Unless I want to get shot. But I do plan on doing some Raven Rock stuff. Let's just put it that way. I just got to find some people that are crazy like me. I think Jack will do it with me. But I'm planning on some stuff. And that's going to be done in the wintertime. We'll leave it at that. That was freaky, you going into that industrial park. Well, keep watching. I'm going to do it more. Definitely. Can you do more on underground tunnels? If I find them, I'll do them. That'd be great. Maybe there's underground tunnels in this place. I don't think there are, though. But how cool would that be? Oh, I think you were talking to somebody else. I'm like, ma'am. Could these creatures be military experiments being released? Yes. Next month in September, I'm going to be putting up a guy named Chris. Yeah, I think we use his real name. I'm going to be putting up a guy who talks about some of that stuff. He worked in Area S2. What's the S2? Area 2. Area 2. Yeah, he worked in Area 2. Yeah, I definitely believe that, though. Definitely believe that. Not all of them, though. I think we got something. We got a good blend here of things that exist and things that come into existence through creation of our doing. Okay, I'm going to ask, where's the coffee cups? Oh, I just showed this one. It's probably what you're referencing. I enjoy your shows. I really love the Billy the Kid and the lady who saw the monkey octopus legged Bigfoot. Yes. Yes, that was a fun episode. Very fun episode. Putting up comments that I have no idea what you're talking about. Hello there, Gordon. How are you today? Came across your show about a month ago or so, subbed and been watching it ever since. I love your work. I've been fascinated with the strange, true stories. Keep it up. Thanks, Gordon. I appreciate that. It's always nice to hear from new listeners. I've been doing this for about 5 years. I just started uploading to YouTube, and that's probably how you found me. So it's good to know my efforts are working, and it's good motivation for me to finish uploading my archive to YouTube. I have literally on my browser, I think I just put up episode 123, so I have about 122 episodes I still need to upload to YouTube. It's exhausting to even think about. It's exhausting to think about. But I need to get back on it. So thanks for watching, Gordon. Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to do more video interviews for people when they want to go on video with me. Not everybody wants to do video, but when I do them, know that I had you in mind. What was the most outrageous story you've heard on the show? Outrageous story you've heard on the show. I don't know. I've turned down a lot of outrageous stuff. When you get a sense that somebody is literally like not healthy mentally, can't put that on. And you wind up losing a listener too, because I'm not going to lie to them. So it is what it is, but I'd rather tell somebody that I think they need to seek help than put them on. And they get mad at me. Never listen to your show again. I can't believe you. I'm sorry. But I just would feel very guilty if I had a sense that somebody wasn't healthy and put them on anyways and feed that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I just clicked off that without even reading it. I'm sorry. I also live near the Pine Grove Furnace area. Ooh, we got some people in the Pine Grove Furnace area. Cool. Odd vibes around there, but not scary. Nice to camp at, though. Awesome. I dig it, guys. And you might be digging some of the stuff I'm coming out with. Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to know we got some PA people in here. That's cool. It's really cool to be able to interact with you, Tony, especially after listening to a lot of your podcasts. Gordon, I'm here for you, my friend. It's nice hanging out. It's nice hanging out. I appreciate the listeners. I really do. And sometimes I get caught up in my weekly rotations, pumping out shows, bang, 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 bang. 2 on the Confessionals, 1 for Hammer Lane, doing all these interviews. I mean, I do 4 interviews a week for the Confessionals at least. Like this week, I have 1 every day of the week. I had 2 scheduled yesterday that I had to cancel because my neighbor was doing wood chipping. Like all this other stuff, and you get caught up in the rhythm of everything, just keeping everything afloat. 2 Hammer Lane interviews on Sundays. It's nice to interact with the audience too. I'm a social guy. I like talking to people. Who wants to come on? Anybody want to hop on with me? Let's try this feature. I'm going to copy this link. Paste it right there. All right. So anybody want to hop on video with me? I want to test that. So somebody who wants to hop on video and chat with me real quick. Not going to be all day. Where is area 2? Area 2 is around area 51. Do you know about Jack's Mountain up by Ski Liberty? No, I do not. I have several strange and true stories from my family that are in the same vein as those you do on the show. I hopefully write a book about it one day. Shoot me an email, my friend. We can get that book started by sharing it on the show. And then when you drop that book, we can have you back and promote it. I think Bigfoot travels through cave systems. A lot of sightings down in Cave City, Kentucky. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, we got ourselves a guest here. Bring him on. What is up? Hey, hang on a second. I got to unmute you. Oh, wait a second. Can people hear you? I think people can hear you. People, let me know in the I can't hear you because I have the website muted so that it doesn't feed back through my system, which would be a problem, I think, to hear you. See, this is why we're doing this, experimental. So just bear with me. Okay. All right, listen. What I need is for people in the comments to be real quick with this. I'm going to unmute this website, okay? So that I'm streaming on. If you start hearing me come back, you got to let me know, and we'll end the whole thing, okay? But I'm going to mute this so I can hear him. All right, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
Why are you whispering? Come on, bro. What's up? How you doing?
Hi.
Man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Good. Where are you at?
I'm in Missouri.
Missouri.
At work.
You're at work. That's what I hear in the background.
Well, I mean, you hear traffic.
Oh, okay. Got you. So what's your name?
Marty.
Marty. What's going on, man? So what do you do for a living?
Wash dishes.
Oh, man. That sounds hot.
It is about 130 degrees.
Yeah. That's a grind, man. That's a freaking grind. I bet your fingers come out real pruned.
Actually, not really. I have to dry my hand as much as possible so I don't get bar rot.
I got you. Well, listen, I'm gonna end this because it's hard to hear you with the loud noise. But
absolutely.
Good to know this is working, and thanks for letting me test with you.
Oh, for sure.
Marty, thanks for listening, brother.
Take it easy.
Yeah. That's cool. So I'm really glad that let me end this. I don't want to I don't know, Marty. He's gone, but I can still see him on my screen here. So, and he's hearing me. He's like, yeah, okay. Well, Marty's just chilling. I don't want to, because I have this option to kick from studio, ban from. I don't want to ban Marty. Maybe I'll kick him. Marty, if this has any repercussions on your account with my YouTube channel, just email me. We'll fix it. Okay. I'm going to kick you from the studio. I'm not banning you. So if I accidentally ban you, I apologize and just let me know. All right. Okay, brother. Okay. Kick guest. I don't like that. I don't want to kick Marty. I don't want to kick Marty. Oh man, who was that guy that popped on first though? He didn't even stick around. He just was whispering and then bailed. Mm, 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 mm. That guy was just on was me. Truman, you're the one that was whispering to me? You were whispering sweet nothings to me. Like, hey, what's up, man? Nothing much, baby. Nothing much. I'm just a true man. Yeah, I'm a true man. I was in the car. I didn't want to make anyone think I was crazy. Come on, bro. We got ourselves another one.
Hey, Tony.
I know that face. What's up, Laura?
I'm working right now, so I'm like sweating and gross and all that. But yeah,
All good. All good. You've been working this whole time. You've been in this whole thing.
yeah, I got my headphones in.
Nice. So
Yeah.
how's my audio quality? Is it good?
Yes.
Okay,
Are
cool.
you getting any feedback from me? I didn't mute my YouTube. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. And I didn't get anybody saying that they were hearing me. Was I looping back at all or no?
No. Mm-mm.
Perfect. That means everything's working great. I love it. That's freaking awesome. Let me test something else out here. Let's try this. There's that. Okay. There's that. Oh, that's wrong. Sorry. That's cool. All right, cool. I dig it. I freaking dig it. So everything's going good with you?
Yeah, super busy with the sawmill and just dying in this heat. And
Yeah.
I'm close to you, so you know how it is. It's
It's
bad.
hot. Yeah.
Yes.
What's today? Like 90 something?
Oh God, feels like it. I don't know.
Yeah. So Creed will reach out to you and let you know when we do the whole thing, and if you want to come, no pressure. I'm not trying to get you to go. I'm just saying, like, if you want to go, it's all good.
No, I've been wanting to go to the beach this summer. I've been wanting to do a fall trip, and I don't think any of those are going to happen. So, because just the people I'd want to go with me aren't available. So I think that I'm just going to say screw it and go by myself again and have a good time.
Yeah. I'm not much of a traveler. And so when we did the thing, I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to actually want to do this. And I was stunned that it sold out within the first hour. It's like, wow, people actually like traveling. Like, I'm like a hermit. I'm like, yo, just leave me alone. I'm going to be in my studio in the basement by myself. I'm good, But like, people liked it. So, and I mean, we got a lot of good reviews. People really enjoyed it. So I'm glad.
From the people I talked to, we all had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. I was supposed to do an interview with Cleet, and Cleet cleated me. So
oh my goodness, Cleet! Oh,
he ghosted me. Like, we scheduled it, and he's like, "Man, I can be there anytime you want." I'm like, "Okay, so what about this time?" "Oh, I'll be there," stuff, and then I haven't heard from him.
Oh, sorry. I got roosters and hens and stuff at my parents' house. You probably just heard them. They're like right behind me in the woods.
All good. That's all good.
Yeah.
That's the aura, the vibe that we got going. But yeah, so I got to reach out to Melissa and see if I can have her on the show, and we can, do an interview.
Have you heard back from her? Because last I've heard, nobody did.
Yeah, I haven't heard back, but I'll reach out to her now that I'm thinking about it this week and see what's up. I know us leaving without the exit interview, I think that kind of threw her whole groove off. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna throw him a bone and make him shut up like a dog? What?
That doesn't work, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But listen, I'm gonna run out of here, get back to these comments, and then I gotta get back to producing audio for you. But thanks for hopping on.
Yep. Thank you.
See you later, Rooster.
If I can.
Oh, look at him. Look at him. Yep. All right. I'll see you.
All right. See ya.
See you. Bye. Fun times. Nate says, definitely hear a chupacabra in the background. You know what, Nate? That's as good as a guess as anybody, right? Who knows what a chupacabra sounds like? Maybe it sounds. How crazy would that be to see a chupacabra and it gives you a rooster sound? That'd be crazy. Shout out to Nate. He is by far the best artist I've ever known, and Nate is responsible for that awesome banner image on the website with me doing this and the Bigfoot, Dogman, Ghoul, and Alien. He did that. He did some of the show art in the past. He did the Dog versus Dogman show art. Nate is the man when it comes to art. And I always give a hat tip to that. Thanks, brother. You are my buddy. Let's see here. Jack's Mountain is said to be underground base connected to the DC by tunnel. It's definitely there. Towers and antennas out on the top, and guard shacks with armed guards, and the Eisenhower farm and the Eisenhower farm in Gettysburg. So Jack's Mountain is in Gettysburg. Rethink, is that it? Because this sounds like something I need to get my hands on. Jack's Mountain, and I'll bring Jack with me, so it'll be perfect. All right, guys. Looks like the comments have slowed down. We peaked out at like 70 some people watching. I appreciate you guys. Listen, hey, check this out. I'm going to put up some more art on the walls. Just got to figure out the placement, which requires my wife to do it. You know, like she has to tell me where it goes, but we're going to be putting up some artwork to kind of fill this wall out here so it looks better on video, because up until now I just didn't care. But I have that Speedster that from Bob Lazar. I also have another one from Bob Lazar. I got a frame. I'm going to put actually be up here. You're not going to see that because it's too much, but I'll show you the ones I'm going to put up there. Yes, outside of, hold on 1 second. Yes, outside of Gettysburg in the mountains by Fairfield. Good to know. Good to know. Deborah says you're very good. Hang on a second. So, giving a nod to my boys over at Hollow Sky Podcast. This is going on the wall. This is going on the wall right here. Mothman, Hollow Sky. And then the grays. So, cool. I just got to figure out the placement. I'm thinking like one here and then one here. But I also want to make it like a kind of collage, like smaller frames everywhere too. So maybe like I'll put like one here, and then fill it in with smaller frames. But anyways, listen, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. This has been a lot longer than I thought it would be. And before we get out of here, I'm going to play you this trailer again so that if you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched the what do you call it? Legion of Legends first episode, you probably should. Check this out. Let's see here. Boom. Make that bigger. Check this out. I keep hearing cars. Makes me feel like somebody's coming up behind me. Oh, shoot. And that's the trailer. So check it out if you haven't watched it yet. And when I go back we are going to explore possibly finding an opening to a structure and see what happens when we go inside. Can you do more history on these places? Karen says, yeah, it was abandoned in the 1980s from a fire that happened in a building. They just let the whole park go then. It's been sitting abandoned since. That's about all the history I know. There used to be an old brewery in there or something like that. I don't know. But I heard back in the day, people, Deborah says, is this on YouTube, Tony? Yes, it's the most recent upload video I put up. I put it up yesterday. Come on, Deborah. So back in the day when they abandoned it, apparently teenagers would go in there and they abandoned it as in like there was a ton of beer in there still. And kids would go in there and just get drunk and free beer, you know. But it's all been cleaned out since then. But can I do a 4K drone video for you? Easy Build RC. Man, I haven't worn that t-shirt in a bit. Easy Build RC. I could oh, that's awesome. So I could we should talk. We should talk because I've been wanting to get a drone myself anyways, but we should talk. So shoot me an email, brother. I just got a text from Colin from Paranormal Files YouTube channel. Check him out. His channel's huge. He has over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. He just texted me. I sent him the video that we just played the trailer for, and he said, "Hell yeah, bro! Can't wait to come see you." Him and I are gonna probably do a nighttime investigation in Penhurst, which is a very haunted. What was it called? It was a mental institution back in the day, and it's 15 minutes from where I live. So I think he's going to come in. We're going to do some interviews, hang out here. We're going to do a night investigation, make a whole thing out of it. So, yeah, Colin's a man. Hey, listen, I'm about to end this. There's 60 people watching. Do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Search on YouTube before you get off YouTube. Search The Paranormal Files. Click on the YouTube channel, hit subscribe, go to a video, and just comment saying Tony Merkel from the Confessionals sent me here. Because it helps promote me on his channel and it lets him know I'm promoting him. So just say, Tony Merkel from the Confessionals sent me here on the Paranormal Files, one of his videos. Please hit subscribe and support him. He's a cool dude, real cool dude. And I love cool people. You know what I'm saying? And I just leave it at that. So please go check him out. Paranormal Files, Colin, down to earth dude. His channel's huge. He does a lot of great paranormal investigations. He's been doing it for a long time. If you want to see the real stuff, the real, that's him. That's him. Now, there's people on YouTube that fake stuff. I still watch those because they're entertaining. I like it. But if you want the real stuff, Colin gives you the real stuff. He's no BS. So check him out. Paranormal Files, Colin. Click on one of his videos after you hit subscribe and say Tony Merkel from the Confessionals podcast sent me here. What's up, Colin, or something like that. Okay. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few hours. I got to get back to work. Anyways, you guys let me test this. Awesome stuff. We're going to do more of this in the future. Freaking voicemail line. What was the other one? Voicemail, Q&A and something else. Somebody said Q&As, voicemails, and stories. That's right. Okay. But yeah, voicemail line. I think we're going to do a voicemail show live on YouTube. I think that's the move. That's the freaking move right there. Shout out to whoever said that. Awesome thing, man. All right, go check out Colin's page, The Paranormal Files. Tell him Tony Merkel sent you. Later.